ladies. How are you?
Hello. We're good.
Very good, thank you.
You're looking in good form. You all look really relaxed. Is this because you've had time off?
That's because we've had hair and makeup.
No, we've had a little bit more time to ourselves. Now we've, completed this part of the world tour. So we're taking things a little more easier.
And when have you started taking things easier from? What was the date you said, whew?
I think when we came home, after the world tour, we'd been away working hard for a long, long time, so it was nice to come home and spend time with our families and boyfriends and friends.
And sleep.
In our own beds.
And chill, man.
When you get spare time, do you just do the things that normal people do? You just sit in your houses and watch telly?
No, I go dog training at the moment, actually. That's what I do, which for some people is normal, but for some people isn't.
She's a new Barbara Woodhouse.
Yeah, sit and all that lot.
We're big fans of supermarket shopping.
Yes.
We love going to the cinema.
Yeah.
Going down the pub. It's the same as anyone, really.
So it's not true then that being famous excludes you from the rest of the world?
No, unless you make yourself like that, I think.
Sometimes it can a little bit, but you just, like Emma said, you just got to break through that and, do the normal things that you want to do.
Yeah,
that's the thing, it's your choice.
Yeah, I think because when you go out, you only have your fans coming up to you asking you for autographs. If you stick a hat on, you get a few, and it's nice to be able to just sign. It's not like a big problem.
Sure.
You haven't had to go out in disguise or anything?
No.
Yet?
No.
That's really embarrassing, though, isn't it?
If you get
caught, like with a dodgy wig on or something.
Someone's bound to have a
I
camera.
wore one for 6 months.
So tell me, first of all, about your new single, Goodbye. Where and when did you record it and write it?
Recorded it in Nashville.
Nashville, wasn't it? And it was actually a studio that Elvis Presley had recorded in. So it was quite ambient, wasn't it?
Harmony.
Oh, they'd done it there too. Yeah, so it was a pretty special place, actually. Well, we started writing it ages ago, didn't we, when we were doing the second album, Spice World. It was when we first got the idea for Goodbye.
And then we finished it off in Nashville and recorded it.
Did you always, when you first wrote it, think of it as being a Christmas single, a sort of interim single?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that Christmassy kind of sound, hasn't it?
Yeah, we always like to do a great big, lush ballad for Christmas.
I think with Goodbye, it's a song that everyone can relate to. It's like, we were talking about, and you always have to say goodbye to a friend, even if it's they're going off to uni or they're going travelling. Do you know what I mean? Everyone can relate to saying goodbye to a loved one or a friend.
And you've had a lot of goodbyes you've had to say over the last few months. Always travelling. Is it something that seems very close to your hearts?
It is. I think, it's an emotion that everyone feels, There can be a lot of sadness, when saying goodbye to people. But, then again, it can...
Or relief.
Yeah, relief.
God.
But it's like, we like to see it as a goodbye to the past and hello to the future.
Were you doing the song when you're on tour?
No.
So it's really...
It was only completed when we were on tour.
In Nashville, yeah.
Actually. So it's new.
The video intrigues me because it's almost quite sad. You've got these sort of static figures that look like they're about to die.
But there's a happy
And then
ending.
they come alive.
Yeah, but they come alive.
So there's always a happy ending.
Tell me about making the video.
It was freezing.
Freezing cold.
I was warm though, because I think I had the biggest coat on. So I was quite jammy. I was a bit warmer than they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was...
Oh no, you two had silly shoes on, didn't you?
Silly shoes, but it was 2 days, 2 whole days.
We had wolves.
Yeah, wolves.
Trained wolves with us. It's quite nice.
It was quite good.
Where did you film it?
It was it's a big old house. It's quite an interesting story, actually. It used to belong to George Harrison, and he gave it to some monks or something. And it's up in Aylesbury, and it's a beautiful place. And it's for sale if you're interested.
It's only going to cost about, 11 million to
20
redo the
million
roof?
to do the
Yeah,
roof.
20 million to do the
20
roof.
million to do the roof.
2 to buy it.
So it's a bit of change,
There's a sort of a glamorous feeling to that video that I think it's much less girly and much more sort of grown up. Is that the sort of image, the way you're going now, do you think?
I think with us, it's natural for people to grow up a little bit, but I would say there's a kid in everybody, and I think, we'll never lose that. But obviously it's a natural progression of growing, I think.
How do you feel about having the lead vocal bit on this one, Emma?
Oh, God.
Never
I've actually not even thought about that at all. But I think we always contribute in our songs. It's not like you say, oh, lead on that or anything like that. It just sort of happens. Yeah.
The way in which the four of you work on this single, because it's the first thing that people have heard recorded of just the four of you, do you think there's a new... Do you gel better, maybe, on record with just the four of you?
I think it's stronger vocally with just the four of us.
I think also we're happier. You know, I won't say happier, but we are really happy as a four-piece.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Because
it
it
was
was
quite strange, you know, when Jerry decided to leave. It was quite a tough time for us. It was just at the end of our European tour, and you know, we didn't have long to get things together, but we done it, and I think it's made us stronger. And it's always felt really comfortable, just the four of us. And it's quite strange now. It's hard to actually imagine it ever being part of the band. You know, we've got loads of fond memories, but you know, as a four-piece.
And there's always much more room on a couch.
Yeah, we can
Much
fit
more
more on
room.
there.
See, look.
Fantastic.
Sit comfortably.
I have to ask you, will she be on your Christmas card list?
I'm not
I'm
sending
sure.
any this year. Every year I send them. I'm dead good. I can't be bothered this year.
No, yeah, it's quite hard work, that, isn't it?
You haven't started writing them yet, then?
No.
No.
The fact that you've had 2 Christmas number ones for the past 2 years, people are really looking to you to have this one as a Christmas number one in the UK as well, make it a hat trick. Are you optimistic about that?
I think, you know, we're really happy with the song. We're really proud of the song. And for us, it's an achievement just to put it out and, you know, people to actually go and buy that. To buy that record is a big thing for us. We'd never assume or, you know, be
But
that
we
optimistic.
hope it would be nice. A nice
It'd be
little
nice.
Christmas present.
Yeah, but we never, you know, we always go, don't say that, don't say that. Because you just never know. We're just proud of the song, and wherever it goes, it will still be brilliant.
It's an achievement to have a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Yes.
isn't it? You know.
But then top 20 is a bit dodgy. I'm only joking.
Listen, little child, there will come a day when you will be able to say, never mind the pain or the aggravation. You know there's a better way for you and me to be. Look for the rainbow in every storm. Fly like an angel, heaven sent to me. Goodbye, my friend. I know you can be such a gun that I can still feel you here. It's not the end. You gotta keep it strong before the pain turns into fear.
So glad we made it. Time will never change it. No, no, no.
I heard today, actually, Emma, that your uncle's making a bid for chart stardom.
Do you know what? I've heard about, and I haven't heard anything about this. Someone said it on radio today.
Is Tom and Milkman?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, because Milkman are doing
but I haven't heard
Releasing a song,
anything
Your
about
dad
it.
as well. Your dad and your brother.
No, my dad is not.
So it's your uncle who's a milkman who's doing a charity.
I don't know anything about it, so I can't comment, I'm afraid.
Oh well, he's obviously. I don't think he's got quite such good odds at the bookmakers of being number one. So you're all right. Now there's been talk as well of you doing a cartoon series or film. How's that in progressing?
Ooh. It's something that we've always wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like the Jacksons done it, even MC Hammer's done it, and it's a bit of fun, isn't it? And you know, Disney have approached us, and we're just sort of talking about it at the moment.
I think it's quite fun because, you know, we are quite
Animated,
animated,
anyway,
yeah. So it'd be quite funny.
Especially us two now, we're really animated.
The idea of people being cartoons representing you, how does that make you feel?
Good, because then we don't have to work.
Yeah,
Send
you
a-
can just
a
do the
cartoon
voiceovers
in.
and you can go in your pyjamas. But it's like the dolls, isn't it? It's flattering. Like if anybody's interested in any kind of image of you, it's like, wow, can't believe it.
It strikes me as a good way to go after doing the Spice World, the movie, because as you say, you don't have to be in it yourselves.
Nah.
Are you finding that you are looking to get more time for yourselves now?
I think
Yes and
everybody,
no.
You know, as well as, you know, collectively, you know, everybody wants to do things personally and professionally, individually. And, you know, we all respect that and back each other. So we have to give each other freedom to do that. So, you know, and those who don't want to work can just be lazy.
Yeah, I think it's a nice time. You know, everything has obviously been quite hectic for us, and I think with this, you know, working on the third album thing, I think, you know, we're going to take it, we're going to enjoy the process, we're going to work with new producers, and we're going to take it gradually. And obviously we've got 2 babies on the way, and, you know, they'll still be able to write in bed and stuff, but it's just, we're going to, you know, take it slower, I think.
I think a lot of people, you know, they like to say, what's happening now? You know, and it's like, well, you know, you know, the last 4 years we haven't really stopped.
Yeah.
We've achieved a lot, and now we want to sit back and, you know, and
Chill
enjoy
for a bit.
of what we've done, enjoy the time with our families because we've had to spend a lot of time away.
Yeah, but we, you know,
So there's no
lots
rush.
more
So
to come.
just stop all this, you know. So you haven't done anything for 2 days, so you've broken up then. Do you know what I mean? So,
Oh, the rumours must have driven you mad this last year.
It does
Sometimes
get
you don't hit. I mean, we haven't heard some of them because we've been on tour, but then when you get back, you hear this story, that story, this story. It's quite mad. Some
Don't
of
you
the
find
things.
that it goes like that now because it's happened so many times?
You just laugh
Everything
at
we
it.
do, it's like they're breaking up. Oh, this. Oh, they're breaking up. You know, it's
Can't
like
keep up.
you just give up and just get on with what you're doing.
yeah, exactly.
I think probably what people have admired you for as well, you two, is the fact that you were very honest and upfront and came out and said, yeah, we're expecting babies, and made it a quite
No, we
a
didn't
celebrational
actually.
thing.
They investigated our lives before we'd even told some people.
Yeah, I think that was a
was
shame,
very nice.
wasn't it, for both of us? Is, you know, for something like, you know, it would have been nice for us to be able to say to people and our friends and some of our families, you know, yeah, we're having babies, but unfortunately that was spoiled and that was taken away from us because it was all over the newspapers. That's how a lot of our friends found out, wasn't it? Rather than us being able to tell people, which was quite sad.
A lot of people say that when they're pregnant, they get more creative, like have very vivid dreams and things. Have you
Oh
been
yeah,
finding
you
that?
do. Yeah.
Oh,
Have
there's
some
no end
mad
to my
dreams.
creativity.
You do.
And
Have
they're
some mad
inspired us to
ones.
write
Yeah.
some songs.
Yeah.
Gonna have any effect on your songwriting, do you think?
Definitely, it's
Probably.
everything that happens
Everything
in life
does,
inspires
yeah.
us, and this is a big part, I
They're
think.
writing songs like the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
What we always have done. We'll have to bring out that one. Push, baby.
Oh yeah.
The what thing do you think is going to be the biggest change for you two once you've got the babies?
I don't think you know until it's there, do you? Can you imagine? They go and you've got your beautiful baby, whatever.
I think that's hard for them to answer because you just don't know until.
I think you probably
No.
worry a lot, you know. I mean, I know that my mum, you know, really worries if I go out, you know, where I am, who I'm with, am I safe, you know. So I mean, even now, you're always thinking, you know, I hope I'm looking after it. Okay, so you know, you worry a lot. I think that's pretty natural.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna zig a zig ah.
If you want my future, forget my past.
If you wanna get with me, better make it fast. Now don't go wasting my precious time. Get your act together, we could be just fine. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna zig a zig ah. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
You all had, it seems, quite happy childhoods yourselves, though. So you've got something to give back now, haven't you? Do you feel that you were all very well brought up?
Yeah, I do.
Best I'd say that was my mum like me. No, I think, you know, we've been very lucky. We've got very caring and very supportive families. And even like from day one when things weren't, I mean, because now it's, you know, our success is fantastic, but it was hard at first. And they were like right behind us every step of the way. So we're lucky.
Individually, I'd like to know what you think it was, I mean, especially with your mothers, I mean, your parents, but your mothers especially, what it was that was the wisest piece of advice they ever gave you.
Don't do it. I always
And
did
you
it.
ignored it.
That was mine.
Oh, what was mine?
And I think my mum just said, you know, always be yourself and go for what you believe in, really.
Yeah, I think that with me, I just think everything I did was more of a supportive thing. I mean, I always say, you know, when I say I'm going out now, she'd be like, okay, well, if you're going out, here's some money, be back, you know, try and be back by this time. Instead of forcing me to do something. You know, she'd just be
Yeah,
very.
you build up a respect.
Yeah, it was more of a
don't you?
respect. With me and my mum, it's more of a friendship thing. It's more of a respect thing. I respect her.
Yeah, I think exactly the same really. I was never really, I've never had particularly pushy parents. They've let me do what I want to do and they've been supportive, but at the end of the day, as soon as I went home, I was me, and I feel a lot of pressure taken off as soon as I
I think
walk in
they
the
used to
front
say
door.
to us, "Can't you be hairdressers? Because
My
it's
mum-
easier."
My mum used to say, why don't you come home and we'll go and buy a new pair of shoes?
Yeah, come home.
Come home and be sensible, come on.
So I've got these questions here that children would like to know what the answers to these are. And first of all, what were some of the fantasies you had when you were a little girl about being a singer or a star?
Oh, actually, I was talking about this earlier. My thing, when you're little, all I remember doing was signing autographs and being known. You
Being
don't actually see all the
realised.
work
Hard
that you
work.
do and all that sort of thing. So that was mine, just to be known and
I
sign
think
autographs.
I used to do it. I think we all probably done it, and so many kids do it. Is like doing your video, pretending you're whoever, in front of the mirror with your
Making up
hairbrush,
commercials
things like
and
that.
stuff.
Or like I used to always pretend there was a camera wherever there was. So like I was in a film or something. So someone would say something, I'd look at the camera and like go. And all that.
See, mine all
Drama
went a bit
queen.
wrong, you see, because I was going to be Margot Fontaine. I was going to be a ballet dancer. And here I am. So yeah, I used to run around in a pair of ballet shoes all the time.
And what did you use for microphones?
Anything probably you could
I-
grab
I
your
had,
hands
yeah.
on.
It used to be
Hair moves, everything.
hairbrushes, but I advanced onto the video remote control. Do you remember when videos
yeah.
first come out and the remote controls were really like slimline, and it was really good. It was like
And
a
you
really
got the
cool
red
mic as well.
light.
Yeah, infrared.
Victoria says that she was going to be a ballerina, but were any of you going to be something else? Were you ever going to be anything else in life?
I never wanted to be
I
anything else.
remember.
I was a good chippy rapper.
Chip
Chippy
shop.
rapper.
Chip shop.
You worked in a chip shop.
Yeah. I used to burn my hands all the time.
Was there a special place that you used to go when you wanted to make believe you were a star or play make believe?
We used to have a place at the back of where my mum used to live. There's like this big waste ground and there's all allotments and stuff on it and a brook and that. And there was some building must have been knocked down, so there was like a big rectangle of like concrete where the foundations used to be, and it was our stage. And me and my friend used to go and do our Michael Jackson songs on the stage
I nothing.
over the back of
Mine
the...
was just at school because we had a big room with, full-length mirrors all across it. So we used to like run across and look at, do our leaps and stuff.
Mine used, when I was at junior school, I used to, I thought I was from Bucks Fizz. And my mum made me one of those skirts that, you used
Right,
to make in
rip
your
off.
mind up. And used to rip off this skirt and I used to dance in front of everybody in the playground. They all had to sit there and watch me. They had to watch.
I think I got a lot of my kind of things out of the way by doing, because I used to do dance competitions and things like that, so you can get up on stage from a young age and sing your heart out if you want to, and have your tap dance and your ballet dance routine. So I did a lot of that when I was young. I think we all did as well.
Yeah.
So that really, I think from a young age you can decide whether you like it or not.
I think it's all to do with the lure of the velvet curtain, isn't it? Was there a particular star that you emulated, you wanted to be?
Yeah, I thought I was Nina Cherry at one point. I was convinced, but then that soon went.
I always think I'm Madonna. No, when I was younger, I always used to try and be Madonna.
I was Olivia Newton-John from Greece.
And still is.
And still am.
Who are you, Tom?
I think I was just a bit of everybody.
Moulded into one.
Who did I used to like? I was into
Bros.
Bros.
Leo Sayer.
Leo Sayer in my barnet, yeah.
Did your mums used to sing to you when you were little?
God, no.
No, my
Oh, my
mum's
mum
got a
never-
terrible voice.
My mum never shuts up singing.
Oh, nursery rhymes, things like that. But
Yeah.
My youngest memory actually was I was really, really little and I had some headphones on and I used to dance around the room with my dad because my dad used to be a singer to Stevie Wonder's The Duke. And I've got a picture of that when I was really, really little.
You look about 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I also look like a boy.
Devil child.
Mama, I love you. Mama, I care. Mama, I love you. Mama,
people's eyes, but like it's also seeing things through the eyes of a child. What do you think is the most exciting thing about being a Spice Girl?
Oh, there's lots of things.
Travelling's a good one.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
travelling
seeing
really
new
opens your mind up to different places and people, because you never know what to expect when you go to a country like, say for example, Turkey. You don't know the rules or the culture, and you have to learn that, otherwise you're disrespectful. So just things like that, and how people live so differently from you
Japan and
is
India
amazing.
was a big culture
Yeah.
shock.
I tell you what else is exciting, because, you know, even though, you know, we're celebrities now, but we never think about that. But when we're in environments where there's other celebrities, we're like, oh, look, there's thingy, there's it. So that's exciting, isn't it, when
Like
you meet famous
kids
people.
when we meet famous people.
I think also it's nice to be in a position where, you know, you can sort of give to your family.
Yeah, that is
that kind
nice.
of thing. And also, if you feel strongly about something, you can stand up and speak up about it, and people listen to you.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good position to be in.
Is it true that you got a little love note from Leonardo DiCaprio? And
Ah, you'll never know.
You'll never know. No, it's not true. That was so funny.
was a
That was
wind
the
up.
biggest wind up. It was just hilarious. I got this letter off a friend of mine who knew I liked Leonardo DiCaprio, so he signed it like jokingly, and I took it into an interview with me, and the next day it was all over the papers. So there you can just see.
It's
got me
true.
in there.
You still get linked with him, like if he's in the paper,
I
if you're
know.
in the paper, they get linked. It's so funny, but that happens a lot.
I've never
doesn't
even
it?
met him.
well, there's still
well.
the future. There's
Yeah,
plenty of time.
Sounds
never know.
good.
Never know.
There's so much fairy tale about your lives. I mean, Mel, your wedding was like the big fairy tale wedding. Do you actually like pinch yourselves and say, are we living in the real world or is this a fairy tale?
You know, sometimes you get days where when you sit down and think about what's happened to you and what you've done throughout the year or the months, it is like, wow, I've done all that, or I've been there and done this, and now I'm sitting in front of the fire with my nightie on. It's like, wow, that's a bit weird. My nightie.
She's got all posh now. She's lady of the manor.
It is mad when you think about things. You know, it is amazing what we've been able to achieve and where we've been able to go. Because I mean, I was saying the oldest is 25, and that's to have done what we've done.
Who's 25?
You nearly.
You're
Don't be
nearly,
putting
aren't you?
years on me, you.
It was Emma said to me 25.
I'm 24.
2 months, you'll be 25.
I'm 24 for another 2 months. Thank you very much.
So I was saying today, and the oldest is only 23, and she went, 25? I went, oh my God, 25.
Sorry.
No offence, Chisholm.
Time passes so fast, doesn't it?
I know.
Don't have time to catch up. The thing is that you could have now everything that you wanted. So I want to know what you would like for
You
Christmas.
couldn't have everything you wanted.
See, I think, yeah, things like
You
that.
have to earn things, you know, in
Like
life,
Christmas
I think.
presents, you always, I want pyjamas and a nice tracksuit.
I want some nice
Bubble
knickers.
bath.
Marks
Yeah.
and Sparks knickers.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think a lot of people think that all of a sudden, you know, you don't want to go for dinner unless you go to a posh, expensive restaurant.
Oh, I
Or-
don't.
Yeah, no, but you know,
I do.
No, I'm
yeah,
like
but I
that
think there's nothing
sometimes.
nicer than staying in
see, I'm
and
a
getting
real-
a takeaway.
You
as
can have
well,
the best
you
of
know.
both worlds. That is the difference. One day you might want to go really mad and really so-called pop starish. Then the other day you can go really normal and go down the chippy and, have a few beers. It all depends.
I think
that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, we're really lucky because we've got freedom, you know what I mean, to be able to do that where a lot of people haven't.
I personally like my local pub lunch.
They are good pub lunches. Bangers and mash.
You're great ambassadors for your country then, aren't you? I mean, do you feel like that when you go abroad, that you are sort of ambassadors?
No, of course you don't. Of course you don't. You don't wake up and think, oh,
I don't think that we'd ever.
What is an
we'd
I
ever-
think Jerry's got an ambassador for our country award, hasn't she? How does she wangle that one?
No, it's
loves
just
Prince
someone that
Charles.
stands up and says, you know, they're sort of like a representation of Britain, isn't it?
I think,
I think we're a representation of youth of today, maybe.
Yeah, I think, when we go to places like America,
pop.
and it's like, it's astounding, the success out there, and we can't believe people recognise us. And I think we're very proud to be British and English, wherever we go in the world, and we say, let's not say that because it's going all over the world. No, but we're very proud to be English.
I think that's one thing. I think we do get a lot more respect abroad a lot of times than we actually do at home.
yeah.
There's no chance.
Because at home, I
Which is
think they
quite
need
sad.
to change the laws a little bit on invasion of privacy.
And what about the whole sort of idea of becoming tax exiles? Does that appeal to you?
No.
We've done it.
No, never
You can't
again.
do it anymore, though, can you?
Don't do
Thank
it.
God. Don't
Don't
advise
ever
it.
do it.
Drives you mad.
You mentioned that Jerry's got this sort of ambassadorial role now.
Yeah.
Do you feel she's taken some of the weight off your shoulders? You don't have to be politically, socially responsible now.
I think that stands for what we've achieved as a group, you know, and without her being in the group and being with us, then she probably wouldn't have got that award. So that goes to all of us and everybody who's helped us, really, I think.
Yeah, definitely, people around us.
Yeah, we always say at the end of the day, without each other, we wouldn't be here. And that's the same with Jerry. Without all of us, she wouldn't be doing what she's doing. And we really respect each other for
Well, she's doing some good work, and you know.
She is, a lot of charity stuff.
She already moved.
Love is blind as far as the eye can see. Deep and meaningless words to me. Easy lover, I need a friend. Road to nowhere, twisting turns, but will this never end?
Well, my dear, you'll know that he pleases me. But chance and solution ain't no resolution. There ain't no release from me.
Too much of something is bad enough, but something's coming over me to make me wonder. Too much of nothing is just as tough. I need to know the way to feel to keep me satisfied.
Where are you going to be for Christmas and who are you going to be with?
I think I love Christmas. I think we're all doing the sort of, traditional
Family, home,
dinner.
Christmas
I can't
dinner.
wait.
I can't.
I'm cooking this year. Everybody's coming round mine. Got my aunties and Kit and all my cousins.
Yeah.
It's really nice. A full house.
It's a nice
I'm gonna
time
get
to catch up.
Mark's pre-cooked and you just heat it. You guarantee that your Christmas dinner won't burn.
Yeah, we keep name dropping Marks and Spencers, don't we?
We want loads of free food.
I remember peeling sprouts with my nan when I was younger. Christmas Eve. It's boring.
Gotta put chestnuts in your sprouts, it's gorgeous.
No garlic.
Garlic's
Garlic.
a good one.
Garlic
and
in your
lots of
sprouts.
What's
butter.
garlic on your Christmas dinner?
Chestnuts.
Yeah.
Not a flavour.
And sage and onion
Yeah.
and garlic
Oh, yeah.
stuffing.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you can get that posh stuff in at Christmas, can't you? Like, what is
Chestnuts.
it? Chestnuts are nice.
Brass killing.
Maternity one on there.
There's advice, you see, sisterly advice. You can always pass it on. So the thing is, you two aren't going to have any room for any Christmas dinner. You'll be full up after 2 mouthfuls.
No, I can eat for England. I have my moments where I can really eat.
And do you have New Year's resolutions?
Well, I haven't thought about
I do,
that
but I
yet.
can't tell you.
I haven't thought of any just yet.
I haven't thought of one yet.
I think I'm very impatient. I can really kind of, can I have this now? You know, one of those. So I want to really sort of like calm down. And sometimes I'm a bit impatient with my mum. And I get really annoyed with myself at that. Because she does everything for me. Absolutely everything.
I think I might give up smoking because I don't actually smoke anyway. So that'd be quite an easy one, wouldn't it?
The thing is, I suppose that you two have got a lot of your year set out anyway, because it's going to be full of babies and all the rest of it. You're going to be recording the album, I presume. Have you got a starting date for that?
I think
Whenever.
When we're ready.
I think I said before we're just going to sort of take this one slowly.
Take it easy.
Me and Mal have been in the studio, writing some stuff. We've been over to New York to see some producers and stuff that we want to work with. So, we're getting things on the
Yeah,
road.
just take it as it comes,
Yeah.
really.
Can you give people a sort of a taste of if you're going to change at all, mature, and go in any particular direction?
Probably will, but I think you never know until the product is signed, sealed and delivered
Yeah.
before you put a proper thing on it. You don't know.
They'll
till the
always
end.
have that thing on it anyway, so,
Yeah, that's we never, we never, go in a certain direction for any reason. It's just we just go with the flow, however we're feeling that day.
Yeah.
That's like how the track will turn out.
And when would you like to see the album coming out?
We're not sure yet. We don't want to give that away because we don't know. We're just, enjoying the process of it all.
As you say, you've now got the freedom to be able to sit back and do things at your own
Exactly.
speed.
Is it, the important thing at the end of the day, any music that we make, we just want it to be good, top quality music. Our fans have been so supportive over the last 4 years, and now's the time we can sit back and really work on it and get some more fantastic material that we're really proud of.
And the writing side, does that come easily to you all?
Some days.
Some days it does.
It depends how you're feeling, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Depends whether you're in the mood.
Yeah.
What about your image? Is that still just as important to you as it was in the beginning?
I'm into tents at the moment, so mine has dramatically changed from your crop tops to your tents.
I think, with image, we've never, tried to portray an image. It's just sort of, this is the way we are, and that is our image. And it's I think we've been stereotyped through the media and everything, but only because of the way that we are. So it's not something we concentrate on.
I think that every girl, her wardrobe's, the average girl's wardrobe, she's got her posh clothes, her sporty clothes, her relaxed clothes, her going out, because it's like our wardrobe. We have different things for different moods, just like any girl out there. So that's probably why sometimes we're swapping and changing a lot, because like you do, kind of thing.
Candlelight and soul forever, a dream of you and me together. Say you believe it, say you believe it. Free your mind of doubt and danger. Be for real, don't be a stranger. We can achieve it, we can achieve it. Come a little bit closer, baby. Get it on, 'cause tonight is the night when two become one. I need some love like I never needed love before. Wanna make love to you, baby. I had a little love, now I'm back for more. Wanna make love to you, baby. Set your spirit free. It's the only way to be.
Do you, Mel and Emma, like to see yourselves as eligible bacheloresses?
Not for long, I hope.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't tell you that one.
Yeah, at the moment.
Because we're talking about New Year's resolutions, ambitions. You've got an awful lot on next year.
My New Year's resolution. Not
Not
mine.
again. That'll make it twice, Melanie.
Oh dear. Can cut that out, please.
They'll have to.
Well, I mean, you're still very much a sort of a family between the lot of you, aren't you? Get the feeling. Do you feel like
getting bigger?
sisters? Do you feel like sisters?
Sometimes we do, in a way that, like with sisters, or I've got a sister, or, family, if you have a row or something, you still love them, you know what I mean? You can have a big blazing row, big bust
Yeah,
up,
in
but
that way,
you
you do.
still love them no matter what they do. That's how I
I
feel
just
about
got
this.
live lucky, sorry.
So when are you getting married, Victoria?
Next summer.
Have you got it all planned?
Yeah, I'm starting to do it at the moment. So yeah.
Starting, you've been doing it for the last 2 years.
It is. It takes a long time to find the right place. I've been to see.
I did mine in like a month.
Unless you're jamming, you've got one in your garden. Like,
Yeah, unless you've got a
Exactly.
church and a big garden and a big house to have it all in. So I've been looking around at lots of different places, but I'm sort of, I know what's happening now.
And are you getting the time at the moment to go and watch the footy?
It's too cold for me. I'm not really into football, really. That's Melanie's area, not mine.
See, I always feel that if you go and watch a Man United match, you just don't watch the ball at all. You just watch your fiancé.
What ball are we talking? Sorry, that's good. Sorry. No, I don't really watch the football match as a whole. No, I don't really understand the rules, and I'm not really that interested in ever learning them. Leave that to Melanie.
You're still just as interested as ever in Liverpool, yeah?
I am, even though, of
They're not
late they've not
doing
been that
too well.
great.
Even
They're
though you're
picking
rubbish,
up.
you still like them.
We beat
No.
Tottenham beat them the other day.
We beat the Premiership leaders the other day. We're getting back on form.
What amazes me is that you're also all finding time to do other things. Mel, you've had your #1 single with Missy Elliott. Is there more coming now?
Pardon?
Is there more to come?
Yeah, something I want to dive into.
Have you had
Yeah.
any response yet from Prince and Mary J. Blige about working with them?
Yeah, I'm going to work with them next year, which is quite nice. I'm going to work with Timberland in a couple of weeks as well. So I'm just kind of slowly doing my own thing and just flitting backwards and forwards and relaxing at the same time.
And Mel, you're competing in the charts with yourself and Brian Adams. How did that come about?
Oh, it was, we met
Brian.
Brian. We met Brian. We met him ages ago at Top of the Pops, and we just happened to bump into him again when we were in LA. And he just said, you know, he'd done this track and he thought, like, my voice would work on it. So he asked me to do it, and I was, like, really flattered. I couldn't believe it. So I just went along and done it.
Oh,
and,
it's a wicked song,
and
isn't
track
it?
as well.
I really
I
like
love
it.
it.
Did you go and record it in Vancouver?
No, actually, I done the vocals here in London, but we both went over to New York to shoot the video.
That's usually what happens, isn't it? You record it separately, but you have
Yeah.
to get together for
Yeah.
the visuals. And then you enjoyed working with him?
Yeah, he's a really, really nice guy, a really nice bloke. And then we went on to his house
went
for
for
dinner, didn't we?
lunch.
Went to
Nice.
lunch to Brent's.
What about you other two? Have you got plans for any collaborations?
There's a few bits for me coming up, sort of beginning of next year. I'm doing a production of Sleeping Beauty, which is quite good fun. There's a few famous people, so that'll be good fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, I've got ideas, you know, for next year. You know, I'm really interested in doing some more acting. Also, you know, business ideas that I've got for myself. So, you know, bits and bobs. You know, I'm not really sure yet, but I definitely like to carry on acting.
Does branching out into other things, you think, make you stronger as a unit?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think so. Support. It's nice to have support of other people and know what you sort of want, because I'm sure these three girls know what I want to achieve, and so they help me along, which is brilliant.
Keeps it refreshing, I think, as well. And you appreciate both things, because, you know, without being in the group, you wouldn't be able to go off and do that. But then you can go off and do that and then come back and think, thank you, you know. It's nice.
I'm the M to the ELB, you know me.
I'm the MISSY to the E.
And I got many flows from overseas.
Well, how can you beep beep with no keys?
I got spice, I'm tight with my flows.
And all my flows been known to throw blows.
Well, let me hit this one before I go.
Well, I'ma let you go if you say so.
Boy, I'm sick of you. Who me, yes me, yeah, you know I'm a fool for you. Cause I keep taking you back as though I'm stupid like that. Yeah, you know I'm through. But I can't say no, and I never said no. I can't say no to you because you treat me whack. In fact, I want you back. I think I want you back. Your love has made a deep impact. I know it might sound whack, but damn, I think I want you back. Want you, I think I want you back. Your love has made a deep impact. I know it might sound whack, but damn, I think I want you back.
The whole thing about you being in complete control of your careers now because you don't have a manager, does that work?
I don't
for
think
you?
you're ever in control of your career. Maybe on ideas and on a business level, on what we want to do next, we're in control. But as for how well that does or what direction it takes us in is down to the support of our fans and down to people, you know, who are interested in the Spice Girls. That's they control it, the viewers.
What do you think is the most important lesson you've learned over the last sort of 3 or 4 years?
I think it's probably just to stand up for what you believe in, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
every step of
definitely.
the way, we've always, you know, we've gone with our gut instinct, and you know, we've been strong, and it's worked.
Yeah, we've always gone, you know, with what we want, and you know, if any mistakes are made, then it's
Yeah.
from us.
Right, and just one other thing, do you think there's been any one song or one artist in your lives that's changed your life and has made you think, yes, that's going to make me a star, or that's going to have a huge effect upon me?
See, I think that's really hard to say, because I think at the end of the day, it's down to you. Why, if you want to, you know, I wouldn't say I've looked at anybody and thought, yeah, I'm going to be famous because she, you know.
I think when you meet people, there's certain people that you meet along this journey that we're on that are in the same industry as you. Like, for example, when I met Prince, there's certain things that he said to me that made me go, oh, it makes you look at things a little bit differently. Because at the end of the day, you know, when you meet other artists and other performers, there is something that joins you together. You don't know what it is, but it's something that joins you together, and it's always nice to get a good conversation out of them kind of people, because they're in the same boat you're in, and it's nice to see how they handle it and what they think of being in the public eye and how they kind of perceive the whole thing of fame and, you know, working and that kind of thing. It's you do get different points of view, and sometimes it's not what you expect. It's quite like, wow, I didn't think you'd be like that.
That is quite nice. Every day.
Refreshing.
With us, you learn something different every single day, and you're like, you know, so that's quite good.
And do you like the idea of being thought of as, you know, one of the most important phenomenons of the late 20th century?
That goes like that.
Yeah, how can you sit? You can't sit there and think, hey,
Yes,
good
actually, I
phenomenon,
fucking am. We fucking are.
And a highlight, I know you've met Mandela, you've met princes. What's been your own personal highlights?
I think the completion of the World Tour.
World Tour.
Yeah.
Wembley Stadium.
Doing that.
That was amazing. But you know, loads of stuff like, you know, we were lucky enough a couple of weeks ago to win 2 MTV awards.
That was great.
You know,
No, but actually the World Tour, I think we were really proud because we didn't cancel one show, and you know, and usually there is
Something
one,
happens.
someone gets ill, or you know, but
and
we did them
2 of them
all.
were carrying.
Pregnant, yeah, as well.
So we've done well.
I
really
think that's
proud.
another thing, you know, personally for me, you know, finding out I was pregnant was a big thing for me. One of the most
Big
important
achievement.
things.
All that practicing paid off.
See?
This is the Music Factory.